welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jazzy, and if you're a returning viewer, thanks for tuning in for today's video. In this video, I want to share my quarantine makeup routine. Now, this routine is pretty much the same as normal, but I use a lot less makeup. To start off, I'll be focusing on my eyebrows. I like to use my Sigma brow pencil, and I like to brush my hair up and focus on adding some color, but not giving myself too much of a defined brow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use this Glossier concealer. I'm in the shade G6, and ever so lightly, I'm just going to go ahead and conceal underneath my brow. I typically would conceal the top of my brow, but because I'm staying inside and not going anywhere, I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on underneath my brows where I might necessarily need to go and get them cleaned up, but I can't go and get them threaded, so I will have to just use concealer. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and color correct using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette, and I'm just going to use that orange shade using my Sigma concealer brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use this shade around my mouth area because I do have some discoloration, as well as underneath my eyes. The key to this quarantine makeup tutorial is using less, so I'm following the same steps I would in any normal routine, but I am using way less product. To blend that out, I'll be using my Pink Beauty Blender, and I like to make sure it's blended out on my eyelids as well as underneath my eyes. I make sure around my mouth I spread it evenly and not just on the corners where I applied it, but I like to make sure it has even coverage around my entire mouth area. As you guys can see, color correcting makes a big difference. Now for foundation, I'm actually going to be using this Glossier Skin Tint. I love how lightweight this is. It does have a nice coverage. I feel like you have to be the perfect shade in order to like this product, and it turns out this shade matches me perfectly. To apply this, I'll be using my Sigma Flat Top Kabuki brush, and as you guys can see what I'm saying, it literally just blends right into my skin. You can't even tell where I'm applying it, but in person, you definitely can see it gives a really nice dewy radiant finish. It's so sheer and lightweight, it doesn't feel like you have anything on, which makes it perfect for quarantine makeup because you're literally staying inside doing nothing. As you guys can see, from one side to the next, it doesn't even look like I'm wearing foundation. The main point of me applying the skin tint is to cover up where I went ahead and color corrected, because as you guys can see, I do have very nice even skin, and I will be sharing my current skincare routine pretty soon, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that video. After I've applied my skin tint, I'm just gonna go ahead and conceal underneath my eyes and the rest of my face, but using a little amount of concealer. I'll be going back in with that Glossier concealer in the shade G6. I'll be applying concealer underneath my eyes, to my nose, as well as my Cupid's bow, my chin and forehead. To blend my concealer out, I'll be using the Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush, and as you guys can see, it's blending out super easy, which is why I really love this concealer, as well as Sigma brushes in particular. Sigma brushes are really easy to work with, and I feel like if you wear a lot of makeup and you want to invest in better tools, I would strongly suggest going for Sigma brushes. Now, if you guys want to purchase some Sigma brushes and try them out for yourself, make sure you guys use my coupon code down in the description box. It will save you some money at checkout. Now, I love Sigma brushes because they're vegan, they're cruelty-free, and they blend amazing. Plus, you get the same results every time. Here lately, when I've been doing my quarantine makeup, I've been reaching for my brushes more than I have my sponges, and I really love the way they perform. To set my concealer in place, I'll be using the Wet n Wild translucent powder, and I really like this powder for quarantine makeup because it performs really well, similar to the Laura Mercier translucent powder, which is what I use regularly, but I feel like this is a better formula for when you're staying at home because it's affordable. To prime my eyelids, I'll be using the Sigma Inner Rim Brightener in the shade Final Touch, and I really like this shade, and I'll be using my Sigma Exact Blend E32 brush to blend that out. I like applying this shade down as a base color because it allows my shimmer shades to pop more, which is what I'll be applying for my quarantine look. Typically, I like to apply some type of shimmer shade to my lid because I feel like it's just enough to look natural, but also add just enough touch to look like you have something there. To contour, I'll be using the Sigma Contour Palette, and I just like to use all three shades, and I use my Sigma Contour brush to blend that out. Now I am going to go ahead and go in and contour my nose with this fan brush. I'm not too sure where this brush is from, but I do love using this fan brush when I'm only using powder, and because this is a stay-at-home quarantine makeup look, it doesn't have to be exact. Taking my Urban Decay All Nighter Pollution Protection Setting Spray and my Sigma Large Shader Brush, I'm just gonna go into this Sigma Contour Palette and pick up this shimmer shade, this light one, and just pop it on my lid so it can add a shimmering touch and give me some type of color. Going back in with the Inner Rim Brightener Final Touch, I'm just going to go ahead and line my waterline. And as you guys can see, it opened my eyes up. Moving on to blush, I'm actually going to be using this Cloud Paint from Glossier, and this is what the shade Haze looks like. A little goes a long way with this product, so make sure you guys diffuse it before you apply it. I'll be using the Style Pro flat top brush. It's very dense and it picks up majority of the pigment, just leaving me with a nice subtle blush. For lip gloss, I'll be reapplying this Glossier Red Rouge. I currently have it on my lips and I'm just applying another coat. I'm gonna go ahead and use that same shade I used for my lids for my highlight, and I'm just using my Sigma High Cheekbone Highlighter F03 brush. Super pretty. As you guys see, it makes me look like a glazed donut, and I'm so here for it. So I just apply that to the highest part of my cheekbones, my cupid's bow, my nose, as well as the bridge of my nose. Once I'm done highlighting, I then like to go ahead and apply a few coats of mascara to my lashes. I apply them to my top lashes first and then my bottom lashes. And if you guys did not know this, your girl is ambidextrous, which basically means I'm right-handed just as much as I'm left-handed, which is so weird. So you guys will see me putting on my mascara with my right and my left hand, which is crazy. To set my makeup, I'll be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Pollution Protection, and that pretty much completes this quarantine makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you on my next one.
We are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust.